Welcome. This is an intermediate practice inspired by my teaching this week. The peak pose this week was Vishwamistrasana, which means friend to the universe. So our theme is that of friendliness, which is known as Maitre in yoga. So please have an attitude of friendliness towards yourself as you practice, and steep yourself in self-care and in patience and respect. Okay, come to sitting. You can use a block beneath your bottom if you need to. Just find the place forwards and back, and then find the place where your spine feels supported. The sitting posture steady and strength within your spine. You can have your hands on your knees or you can have your hands on your lap, whatever feels comfy. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And let out with a sigh through your mouth. And again. And then closing the mouth, breathing through your nose. Deepening the breath. Moving to the Ujjayi breath, and even inhalation and even exhalation. A conscious widening, expanding on the in-breath, and a drawing back to your center on the out-breath. Use the out-breath to cultivate a little bit of Mula Bandha, of pelvic floor. Derek Walcott wrote, "The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, 'Sit here, eat,' and you will love again the stranger who was yourself." On your next in-breath, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale through into your fingertips. Inhale, reach even taller. Exhale, reach your right fingertips down to the floor. Breathe up through your left hand, rooting your left sitting bone, come over to the right. Head back. Feeling that lovely stretch up through the left-hand side of your body and into your little finger. On your next in-breath, rise up and reach your left fingertips to the floor. Inhale, right arm comes up, root your right sitting bone. Keeping that rooted, exhale, journey to the left. Extend from your sitting bone into your little finger all the way up through your right waist. Try and lift your thumb a little higher than your little finger. Turning the palm backwards. And then rooting down, lift up through the in-breath and exhale and release. You're going to come onto your hands and your knees. Taking the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Turn your toes under, lift your knees off the mat, and then push through the heels of your hands. Relax your head. Keep the knees bent if needs be. Lift your sitting bones, get length in your waist. A deep breath in, and a slow breath out. Now you might want to begin to work your legs straight but don't lose the openness across your collarbones if you do. As you work the leg straight, there's a reaching actively out of the back of the knee, down through the calf and into the heel. Walking your feet a little wider. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, swivel on the balls of your feet, take your heels to the right. Enjoy that stretch up through the left-hand side of the body, push through both hands. Inhale, swivel on the balls of the feet. Exhale, take the heels to the left. Pause here, breathe. Inhale, roll back to the centre. And repeat on each side. Coming to stillness in the centre. And then walking the feet forward to the front of your mat. Taking the feet hip distance apart, just take a moment to hang very passively over your legs. You can take your hands, you can wrap them around the opposite elbow and hang the head in the frame of your arms, rolling the weight in a circle around the soles of your feet. Changing direction. Give the head a little shake, come to stillness. Release your hands, soften your knees, take a breath in. And as you exhale, keeping the head down, drop the tailbone, roll up, scooping in and up through your lower belly. And come back up to standing. Setting Tadasana, take the hands, turn the palms forward. Position your crown, your heart, your pelvic floor and your ankles one on top of the other, and have a light lift through the muscles of your legs to support your bones. Reach your thumbs further back and open across your collarbones. Exhale. On your in-breath, reach your arms up, lift your gaze to the thumbs. Breathe out, take the hands behind you, clasp the fingers together. Inhale, chest opens, look up. Breathing out, coming forward, stretching the arms away from your back. Bending your knees, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhaling, coming forward over the legs, chin towards the shins. Inhale, take your right leg back, reach it back. And inhale and reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come behind you, clasp your fingers together. Inhale, lengthen into your knuckles, lift your chest, look up. Breathing out, hands come to the mat and press back to the dog face down. Inhale, roll forward into a high plank. As you exhale, drop your knees to the floor, your heart between your hands. Inhale, glide through into a gentle cobra. Exhaling, turning the toes under, press back to the dog face down. High on the tippy toes, on an in-breath, step the right foot forward between the hands and reach the arms up. Breathe out, take the hands behind you, clasp your fingers together. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands come to the mat, step the left foot forward and bow over your legs. Inhale, reach up, hands come to touch. Breathe out, hands come behind you, clasp the fingers together. Inhale, chest opens. Exhaling, coming forward, reaching the arms away from the back. Bending our knees, inhale, arms come up. Breathing out, laying the belly down the thighs. Inhaling, left leg reaches back, arms reach high. Exhale, hands come behind us, clasping the fingers together. Inhale, chest opens. Breathing out, hands come to the mat, stepping back to the dog face down. Inhale, come forward into a high plank. Now it's your choice. You can do knees, chest or heart, or if you feel like it, you come halfway down. You choose whether you do upward facing dog or whether you do cobra. Chin to the chest, press back to the dog face down. High on the tippy toes, inhale, step the left foot forward between the hands and reach the arms up high. Exhaling, taking the hands behind us, clasping the fingers together. Inhale, chest opens, gaze lifts. Exhaling, the hands come to the mat, pushing into the front foot, bring the back foot forward and fold. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands beside you, Samastitihi. Right hand side. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, right leg goes back. Now we'll just pause there. Walk your left foot out to the side and drop your back knee down to the floor. And you're going to just take your elbows down to the floor and look forward in your lizard. And take some nice deep breaths here. Now if you can't quite get the elbows to the mat, you could just walk the hands forward, reaching the gaze forward, stretching through the hip that way. And then walking the hands back in. Pull back into Ardha Hanumanasana, your half splits. Slight variation because the heel is on the outside of the left hand. That's fine. Coming forward, take the left foot to the floor, lift the back knee up, and walking to the right, coming into Skandasana, dropping down through your right hip, straightening the left leg, and bringing the hands to the heart, or extending the arms out, chest open. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way forward. And press back to the dog face down. Inhale, right forward into the high plank. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, your choice if the thighs are on the mat. Chin to the chest, press back to the dog face down. Inhaling, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand and drop the back knee to the floor. Coming back into the lizard, dropping the elbows down to the mat and looking forward. Now breathe deeply. Let your breath integrate the aspirations of the heart, the work of the body, and the energies of the breath, the prana. Coming into Skandasana, hands come up, lift the back knee, transferring to the left, dropping the left heel down, coming up on the right. Hands can come to the prayer position or extend. Press that left knee wide as you work here. And then coming back, hands come to frame the front foot. Inhale, look up. Stepping into your right foot, bring your left foot forward and fold. Inhale, reach up, hands come together. Exhaling, taking the hands behind us, clasping the fingers together. Inhale, chest opens. Exhaling, coming forward over your legs. Bending the knees, inhale, Uttanasana. Exhaling, coming forward. Your left leg is going to step back this time. Looking up. And then exhaling, you're going to rock back. And you're going to come into Triangle Mukha Paschimottanasana. Mouthful. Okay, so check that this foot is in line with the shin. If you need extra height, underneath your right buttock, you can use a block. Or alternatively, if you're happy here, stay here. Hands come forward. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, come forward over the leg. Now, I tend to find that if this hip floats up, I can take my right hand diagonally and push back into the left hip as I work here. Okay. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come back to the front of the mat. Inhale, lunge. Hold the breath into press up. Then your choice, knees, heart, chin, or halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Shavasana. Chin to the chest, Ardha Mukha Shavasana. Inhaling, left leg comes forward between the hands. Back knee to the floor. Taking the calf, rolling it away from the thigh and coming down to sitting. Hands down to the floor or to your foot. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, come forward. 5 slow, deep breaths here. Inhale, look up. Exhale and release. Back into the lunge. Inhale, gaze lifts. Exhale, right foot comes forward and bow. Inhale, hands lift. Gentle stretch through the front body. Exhale, hands release. Step the feet hip distance apart. Feet parallel with each other. Elbows back. Inhale. Exhale forward. Taking the hands beneath the soles of the feet. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Deep breaths. Tipping the weight towards the front of the feet, lifting up from the inner thigh up into the groin, spreading the sitting bones wide as you work. Breathing in, looking forward. Breathing out, the hands to the hips. Press the elbows away, drop the tailbone. Inhale, stand up. Then exhale and release. So if you're facing the front of your mat, you're going to step to the right now. Taking the feet under the wrist. Trikonasana, right foot turns out, left heel goes away. Hips stay open. Inhale, the arms float up. Breathing out, leaning to the right, extending right hand down to the floor or to the shin or to the knee. Twisting the upper body towards the ceiling and looking up. Left armpit towards left waist, tailbone towards heel. Breath deep and open. Okay, inhale, lift up through that left arm, a binding variation, bend your right knee, and you're going to slide your right elbow down the inside of your knee. And see if you can take your right shoulder down to the level of the knee. From there, you take your right hand behind you and take the fingers up the back. You take your left hand back and bring the hands together or hold the wrist. From here, you're going to lean back into the leg and begin a slow straightening of that right leg. Head back. You can pull with your right hand and breathe. Releasing the hand. Lift up through the left arm, come up to standing. Working to the left. Left foot turns out, right heel pushes away. Square your shoulders to the side of your mat. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, extend to the left. Take the left hand down, reach your right arm up. Tailbone reaches to the back heel. Keep wrapping your left sitting bone in underneath you. Take a deep breath in. Looking down, breathe out, bend your left knee, slide your left elbow down the inside of the knee, take the shoulder to the inside of the knee. Take your left arm underneath your back, bring your hands together. Begin a slow straightening of your left leg and then lean back. You can use your left hand to pull your right shoulder back as you work. Working in a friendly fashion with your hamstrings. Release. Reach back up into Trikonasana. Inhale, stand up. And exhale, step back to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Turn your right foot out. Fix your gaze on something that won't wobble. And then slide your right heel as high up the inside of your left leg as you comfortably can. If you want to give it a hand, then by all means do so. Press your left leg into your right foot. Press your right knee out to the side and tuck your right sitting bone in underneath you. Send your heel forward as you work. And then with an in-breath, reach your arms up towards the sky. This is Vikrasana, your tree. Keep the alignment of your crown, your heart, and your pelvic floor. Reach into your twigs of your fingers. Hands can be together or they can be shoulder width apart. A deep breath in. And exhale. And release. Right foot comes down. Place it with awareness. Spread your toes. Turn your left foot out. Bring that left foot up. If you need to help it, then by all means do so. Let your right leg receive it. It presses into it. There's equal touch between the two surfaces. When you're ready, send your heel forward, knee wide. And with an in-breath, reach your arms, reach the sap of your attention all the way up through your body until you find it in your fingertips. Your choice, either hands together or hands apart. Reach the thumbs back, roll the tricep in towards your cheek. And breathe. And wobble if necessary. Inhale. And on the out breath, bring your hands back to your heart. And slowly release. Inhaling, arms reach up. Exhaling, coming forward. Reaching our right leg back, knee to the floor, look up. Exhale, coming back into your half splits. Begin to reach that heel forward and come as upright as you can. I keep my back toes under and I pull my back knee towards my front heel. And I'm drawing into my center rather than collapsing down. It might well mean that you need blocks under your hands to get upright. Well done. Okay, so from here, draw that left heel in towards you and bend your left knee. You're going to turn your right shin sideways. This is our variation of Vishamamistrasana, friend of the universe. From here, you're going to take your left shoulder, drop it down the inside of the left leg, and take the left hand to the floor on the outside of your left foot. Push down and wriggle your shoulder right in underneath. From here, push down through your left hand and let that foot come off the floor, and you're going to clamp your own arm, your own shoulder with this leg. Then you can take your right hand across the front of the foot and hold the outside edge of the foot. Then from here, you take a deep breath in. Let your sitting bones come out behind you and press the foot, the back of the knee into the shoulder. Now, the action is the same as Trikonasana. You tuck the left sitting bone in underneath you as you twist and look up towards the ceiling. Well done. And gently release. Doesn't matter how far you get. Intention is the architect of the pose. Turn the back toe under. Lift the back knee and sweep back to the dog face down. I'm going to swap ends so you can see me do it, so we can do it together on the other side. Okay, step your right foot forward between your hands. Drop your back knee to the floor. Pull back into half splits. And then reach your heel forward. So a full splits here on the right hand side. Pulling the right heel in towards the back knee, lifting the gaze and sinking. Not sinking. Pull in. Feel the body work, and if there's a release, you might get a little bit more here. Get upright. Lovely. Okay, so from here, bring your right heel in, place it down. Sorry. Bend your left knee and take your shin parallel across your mat. Drop your right shoulder down the inside of the leg. And wriggle your shoulder in underneath the calf. Hand to the floor. Push down through that hand and bring your leg and clamp your arm. Left hand is across the front of the foot, holding. Now I take the sitting bone out behind me as I extend the leg straight, and then I go for the twist, tucking the sitting bone in underneath me as I go for the extension. Inhale and exhale and release. Take the leg back, come forward and lie on your belly. And you're going to take one hand on top of the other hand underneath your forehead, and you're going to rest there. Okay, so we're going to work with your bow now. Bending your knees, reach your hands back and find your feet. Press down through your pelvis and your belly into the floor. Kick your feet into your hands. And then begin to lift the heels up away from the ground. And reach your feet towards the ceiling. And when that feels good, come down, take rest. Hands under the shoulders, push up and come up for Ustrasana for your camel. Knees hip distance apart. You decide if you need the toes turned under or you can work with the feet flat on the floor. Hands to your back. Inhale, lift your chest, puff up your chest. Begin to arch back, reaching the hands back, finding the feet. And when you're there, keep the lift of the heart up towards the ceiling. Now, if it works better for you to have your hands on your back, work with your hands on your back. Keep a light lift through the back of the head as if you had a grapefruit between your chin and your chest. And then inhale and come up. And exhale, hands to the mat, cross your ankles and roll to sitting. So you're going to draw your right foot up and just have a hand space for Asana between your foot and your leg. Right hand comes behind you, Asana C. Inhale, left arm comes up. Drop the knee across your body and take your arm to the outside of the knee. If that's enough, stay there, pressing the knee into the arm and looking to the right. If you want more, you can reach forward, wrap the elbow around the front of the shin, take your right hand behind you, join the hands together. Press your left heel down, lift tall, and then look to the right. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, release. Right leg goes away. Bend your left knee. Hand span between your foot and your thigh. Left hand behind you. Inhale, reach up through your right arm. Drop the knee across your body and take your shoulder to the outside of the knee. Press your knee into your arm, arm into your knee. If that's enough, stay there. Otherwise, reach your right arm, wrap your elbow around the front of your shin, take your left hand back and join the hands. Pressing your heel down and twisting to your left. Inhale, look forward. And exhale and release. Okay, so we'll just finish off with Tardasana with your star. So you're going to take your feet 3 hand lengths in front of you, soles of the feet together, knees dropping out to the side. Take your hands down to your feet, breathe in, lift your gaze. And on the out breath, take your elbows wide and come forward. And try and soften through your hips as you work here. And your Tardasana, the points of your star are your feet, your knees, your tailbones, and your elbows. So you're going to inhale to the core of your star, and as you exhale, you're going to expand into the tips of your star. Letting the breath soften. Letting the hips soften. And then inhale and look up. And exhale and release. So we'll finish with a little pranayama. So settle yourself, use your block if you need to sit a little higher through the hips. You can have your hands on your knees or you can have your hands on your lap for the pranic square, it's up to you. Wherever feels comfortable, rest, close your eyes. With the pranic square, we're working the breath into 4 parts. An inhalation, a suspension of breath, an exhalation and a suspension of breath. It's a square, not any old quadrilateral, so keep it even around the square. Let's prepare. We'll work with a count of 5 to start with. Take a deep breath in and exhale and empty the lungs completely. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 5. Breathe out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath out for 5. Inhale, 5, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Out, 5. Hold. In. Work with this on your own now. Don't build any tension into your body. Keep your shoulders soft and your neck supported. The strength within your spine. The muscles relaxed and yet alert. And the mind is focused on your pranic square. Work with one more full round. Don't rush. And when you've completed the work, take a deep recovery breath in and out. On your next in-breath, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale through into your fingertips. Inhale, stretch taller still. And exhale and release. Take Shavasana now, lie down on your mat. Take your legs apart and let your feet relax out to the sides. Take your arms away from your body and turn your palms up to face the sky. Take a deep breath in and exhale with a soft sigh. And again. And just lie here. And notice where you feel hard and be with that. In the middle of that hardness, you'll find anger. Be with that. Go to the center of the anger and you'll probably come to sadness. Stay with the sadness until it turns to vulnerability. Be with what arises. The deeper you dig, the more tender you become. Raw fear can open into the wide expanse of genuineness, compassion, gratitude and acceptance in the present moment. A tender heart appears naturally when you are able to stay present. From your heart, you can see what is and what is not. A tender heart allows both beauty and sadness to touch you. This is love, not fear. Teaching yoga is my vocation, my passion, and my pleasure. As more folk look to be self-sufficient in their practice, I've been asked to create yoga classes online as a resource for you. This is only possible through your ongoing support and generosity. If you use them, love them, and value them, then please consider supporting this work by a monthly subscription on my Patreon page, www.patreon.com/yogawithemma. Like, share, and subscribe the page with like-minded friends. Thank you for your support.